Hello, everyone. Welcome to Caribbean Ducks. Thank you for joining me on this Easter collaboration. Hello, YouTube family. Before I break bread with you, I would like to thank each and every one of you, all my subscribers and viewers. Today is a very special day for me. I would like to announce that I am officially a YouTube creator. I'm part of the YouTube creator family. I just made my first 1,000 subscriptions, so thank you very much. Without you, I couldn't have gotten here, and I look forward in the future to keep on growing my channel. And I ask you to continue to watch, share my videos, and I would like to thank all my collaborators on this project to bring you all the recipes for Easter. So for Charmin's Kitchen, I'd like to thank her so much for participating in this program. She put all this together. Charmin's Kitchen with her raisin bread that she made so wonderful, so lovely and tasty. It looks so delicious, and her wonderful explanation of Easter and Christianity. So thank you so much. Also Cooking with Ash, she makes that wonderful Jamaican rich spice bun that you just want to sink your teeth into with a piece of cheese. It's so good, so delicious. And being Rocky, for all that memories that you brought back from kite. Thank you, Rocky, for sharing all those memories and bringing back all those memories to us. We do appreciate that. And you made a wonderful kite. I love it. Thank you for sharing. Nikki family for sharing all his family fun for this holiday season, all the chocolate bunnies, all the candies, all the fun with the kids and the kites in the parks. It really do bring back memory when we go to the seawall in Guyana and fly our kites, and Mom would cook up all these savory treats and sweets. Thank you guys for all of that memory that you brought back. Hook and Crook, real life. Thank you, buddy, for sharing all those fishing moments with us and that delicious recipe that you share on this Easter holiday, because as we know, as most Christian would do, we eat a lot of fish. It's very symbolic. Fish is a must for the Easter holidays. Thank you so much. And here, I'm gonna share with you my bread. Here is my lovely deviled egg. Guys, take a good look at that. And my hot cross buns right out the oven with a nice piece of cheese. Thank you guys. I'm gonna share the recipe with you guys, so keep on watching. And again, I'm celebrating my first 1,000 subscribers. So I want to thank you very, very much.
Love you. Easter.
So this is my hot cross buns right out the oven, nice and spongy, full of flavor, nice and tasty, and there's no other way than to eat it with a nice piece of cheese, a nice piece of Gouda cheese or any of your favorite cheese, and a hot cup of tea. Let's get started with this. This is 1 teaspoon of ground cardamom, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of allspice berry, and 1 teaspoon of freshly grated nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of coarse kosher salt, and 1 cup of granulated sugar. You can use any kind of sugar. And 4 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. And we're gonna use 2 of our eggs and 1 teaspoon of mixed essence. Gonna give that a quick whisk and set that to the side. And we're gonna go with a little twist on this recipe. I'm using coconut milk, freshly squeezed coconut milk, 1.5 cups. And we're gonna go with a little bit of coconut milk, warmed up to room temperature, 1 packet of dry yeast, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Gonna give that a nice mix and set that to the side to activate the yeast. This should only be about 10 to 15 minutes. There's a cool idea. Put it in a nice warm place like your microwave oven. Now we're gonna get ready for the fruits. I'm going in here with some sweet maraschino cherry, some craisins, and some raisin. This is about 1/3 of a cup of each. And we're just gonna chop it into small pieces. Just go ahead and cut it up finely. So that's about almost a cup of fruits. Now we're gonna go in with a 1/4 cup of flour and a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar and a little bit of milk. This is my coconut milk here I'm going in with as well. And we're just gonna mix that in to make a nice paste. And that's what we're gonna use to make our cross on the top of our bun. So we're just gonna mix that and set it aside. So now we're going in with our dry ingredients here. All our grated, freshly ground up spices, our sugar, and we're gonna combine everything. This is for our dry ingredients. We just want to combine it well, and we're gonna get ready to add the wet ingredients into this. So yes folks, we're making this cross buns with a coconut flavor, so fresh coconut. Here we have our milk and our eggs that we're gonna combine for the wet ingredients. And yes, I'm using the little baby spatula here from my daughter. I borrowed it. It works well. And this is our yeast that's been activated for about 15 minutes and it's ready to be combined. And we're just gonna give it a good mix. Now we're gonna make a nice little well into our dry flour mix and add the wet ingredients and get ready to combine. So now we gently mix and fold it in to make our dough. And about 3 ounces of melted butter. And we're gonna gently mix that and combine everything until it becomes like a nice mushy batter. In goes our fruits. So this is about 1 cup of fruits altogether. We have cranberry, cherry, and raisins here. And mix that in as well. This is gonna be a very delicious coconut cross bun with fruits. Combine everything here, mix it well. It's gonna be a nice sticky batter at this time. So we wanna mix until your hands start to hurt. And that's when you know you're getting there. So it's gonna be a nice sticky batter. This is what it's supposed to be like. What you want to do is mix it so all the dry ingredients is combined with the wet ingredients and you don't see any dry floured spot. So continue mixing. You're gonna mix about 5 minutes until you get this nice consistency here. So now we're gonna let our batter sit and proof. So now it's been about 30 minutes of proofing, and it's rise in size. And what we want to do is punch this down, get some of that air out, and we're gonna go ahead and start kneading it. So we're gonna prep our surface with a thin layer of flour and get ready to start kneading our dough. So just scoop it out onto your surface with flour. And keep in mind your dough is going to be very sticky at this time, and that's okay. What you need to do is keep the surface floured and keep moving it around and knead your dough until you get it like a bread consistency. Next, you're going to roll it into a log, a nice big log, and get ready to divide it into two. Just cut it right down the center, divide it, and continue rolling your logs. You can make it as thin as you want or as thick as you want. You're just gonna roll it out, and this is to get it to even shape and size. I'm not particular about shape and size. I'm more interested in the taste, surface, flour, and then roll each pieces into little balls. Set your parchment paper on your baking tray and roll your dough into little balls. Should be about the size of a tennis ball. Roll it into your hand like this and set it into your tray. So easy, so simple, and this is how you roll it. Just keep moving it around. You can do it on the surface as well until you get all your balls made up. Set it in the tray. Now we're gonna preheat our oven, and we're gonna cover down these dough balls and let it proof some more for about 15 minutes while our oven comes up to temperature, and we'll check back to that. Now here's our paste that we've been working on, and this is what we're gonna use to pipe onto the bun to make those crosses. So now I want to make this simple for everyone. I know everyone doesn't have a little piping gun. So what you can do is cut a little piece off of a Ziploc bag, pour it into the Ziploc bag, and you can use that to pipe your mix. So you scoop your flour paste. This is flour, milk, and sugar only here. Scoop it into your bag. And that's the consistency you need, like a nice thick paste. Now we're gonna test it out, make sure that we have the right consistency and that it's flowing through the bag. And this is exactly what we need. Now after about 15 minutes, we can go ahead and start putting our cross on. Now guys, please don't judge me on this. My cross is not the best cross, but I'm trying. We're gonna go ahead and put our cross on each one of them. Get ready to put it into the oven. We're all done here. Now keep in mind guys, my buns are a little bit bigger than usual. 350 degree. We're gonna pop it in the oven for about 20 minutes. And we'll come back and check on that for you. Now for our glaze, I'm using a nice citrus raw honey from my local beekeeper. And here's a little trick. You just pop your honey into the oven for about a few seconds and let it warm up. And it'll be nice and liquidy so that you can use a brush to put it on. Now it's easier to use. So it's been about 20 minutes and our buns are ready. Now we got that nice golden color coming through there. And after we glaze it with our raw honey, this is our citrus honey. Now keep in mind folks, some people like to use the orange peel zest in the glaze, but since I'm using honey that's already citrus flavor, which brings out that coconut flavor inside there as well, makes it awesome. Now we can go ahead and top it off with some cherry after we had our glaze on. And now we're ready to eat. This is done. This is our hot cross buns right out of the oven, piping hot. Best way to enjoy it. This is it folks. Fresh and hot. Nice and moist. And spongy. Delicious hot cross buns. Here's an awesome way to enjoy your hot cross buns right out of the oven. Just cut it open and use some of your favorite cheese with a nice hot cup of tea. Delicious. Here's the bonus. Break this yolks up until we get it into a breadcrumb crumble texture. This is what you want it to look like. Now we're gonna add all our ingredients together. Here's our peppers that we're going in with, our mayonnaise, our mustard, our cumin, our jeera, our Cajun seasoning, and we're gonna give it a good mix and combine all these ingredients together. This is what we're looking like. Now we're going in with a little bit of black pepper. And mix that in as well. And now we're gonna spoon it on back into the egg, onto the egg white. Just like so. You don't have to be too fancy. But if you do want to get fancy, you get your piping bag, fill it up, and then you can make it into a nice little design on the top. Just like this. And you have yourself a nice hors d'oeuvre if you have guests over. Now we're gonna top it off with a pinch of paprika. Or if you want it a little hotter, you can put a pinch of cayenne pepper. And we top it off with some finely chopped chives. And here you have it, a delicious recipe for deviled eggs on your Easter holiday to go with your cross buns. Bon appetit. Cheers. Super delicious. Thank you guys for watching, but we're not over yet. Continue to watch as we share more. And now for our surprise after we fill our belly.
From the Caribbean Duck family to your family, we would like to thank all of our supporters, all of our viewers, all of our subscribers. Here's one for you. Today marks a milestone for Caribbean Ducks. So here we go. Freestyling, freestyling, freestyling.
If you haven't done so already, please remember to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Give me a comment, a like, thumbs up. And do remember to check out our fellow YouTube vloggers like Charmin's Kitchen, Cooking with Ash, Being Rocky, Mickey's Family, Hook and Cook Real Life,